Hey everyone, hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shelly and this isn't my normal setup. I'm at my parents' house in California and my husband and we are leaving for Las Vegas in a mere few hours for me. I have no idea when this video will hit the internet. But it is, I think it's the 7th of July. Let me see, actually, I should probably know the date. Yes, it is the 7th of July. So anyways, I bought several books here in California and I wanted to share them with you. I've also hit a couple of little free libraries. So yeah, but anyways, I mostly bought these. Okay, so I'm going to start off with an event that I am hosting in August. It is called Garb August. We are exploring the garbagey side of the literature world, and I bought something for that. Oh, I'm gonna actually close the window so maybe the sound won't be nearly as bad. Okay, hopefully that is better. All right, so the first book I bought is for Garb August. So yay, hooray, and it is The Devil's Web by Mary Ballou? Gosh, I don't know. And basically I bought this because it is the winner of the 1989 Romantic Times Award for Best Regency Author. So I wanted to explore the Regency romance genre and I didn't know where to start. And I saw this at a used bookstore and I was like, this seems like a very good place to start. So I'm gonna start here. I'm not necessarily saying this is garbage. This is why it's an exploration into maybe what we assume is garbage, and that fits in this category. So yeah, I'm excited to possibly dive into this in August. All right, oh, the next two books I picked up at little free libraries around town. Perhaps I will cut in some footage of the little free libraries that I have stumbled across. I think I have footage of one of them, and they're just so cute. Little free libraries give me a lot of joy. I just think they are adorable. So the two books that I picked up from a little free library are The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, which I own. I own a copy that I don't think I would necessarily read because it is vintage, vintagey, but this is a very readable and malleable copy, so I'm excited to have it. The next one is a classic and I loved the cover because I love this actor, and it is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Casey, and I love the cover of Jack Nicholson here. I just love that. I love the colors of this cover. Isn't it great? I like little things on books like notes, so this book has a little note on it. I think it gives the book a little bit of character, and it also has its price in the inside cover. Just the little things that I enjoy about used book shopping or finding books in my travels. Okay, continuing on our journey, I bought a couple of ancients of books that are classics and that I wanted to have in my library because I'm always trying to shape my ancients library, my classics library. And so these next two books definitely add to that project, and that is Sophocles' The Oedipus Cycle. I own Oedipus Rex in a little single edition, but I wanted the whole cycle, and so I saw this and I just decided to grab it. And the same thing with Plato's Republic. Like, this is just one of those books that I would like to have in my library as a touchstone. It's something that I read and go back to and have an opinion about. So again, glad I found this, and I thought this was a fantastic find. A little less ancient, but still older than maybe what I've been reading lately. So published in the late 1700s would be Faust Part 1 and 2 that I got. So these are gorgeous penguin editions. So again, not quite as ancient as Plato or Oedipus, the Oedipus cycle, but still older than I'm used to. And again, part of just rounding out the classics that I want to have in my library. Perhaps the last book that fits in this classics that I bought because it's part of rounding out my library would be this beautiful and stunning Everyman edition, Everyman's Library edition of Silas Marner by George Eliot. I already own a copy of this, but I saw this just absolutely stunning hardback edition, and though I haven't read it, I'm reminding myself now to please get to this soon because I don't want to own 2 copies of a book that I maybe won't like, but I saw this edition and I just fell in love and I was like, I want this. I want this in my library. I lusted for it and then I bought it. It was a really good price. It was $5. So yes, just a stunning little find for me. Okay, so we're moving from classics to something just totally different, and that is summer reads. And that is Florence Adler Swims Forever. Olive at a Book Olive, she reminded me in her recent summer reads video that I wanted to read this. This is by Rachel Beanland. I originally heard about this or read about it on Steve Donahue's blog. It was one of his top books for 2021, and I don't know, I've been seeing it around and then I saw it and I nicked it. So I was like, great, I want to read this. It's supposed to have summer vibes, a little bit about grief, definitely set in a place where there's a lot of sunshine and water, as the cover is evocative of. And yeah, I'm glad to have it. Whether I read it this summer or next summer or the following summer, who knows? Okay, the next several books are books from authors that I want to get to know more, or that I want to get to know better. And so the first one is Hilary Mantel. I just absolutely loved the Thomas Cromwell series that she wrote. It was one of my favorite books of last year, and I just, so good. So I'm talking about Wolf Hall, Bring Up the Bodies, In the Mirror and the Light. Such great books. So I've been collecting her books when I see them for good prices. And so I have 2 more. One of them is Every Day is Mother's Day, and the other one is The Giant O'Brien. So I think 2 different genres here. Excited to get to them, and they're slim little works, so nothing too strenuous or anything. And then also another author that I want to get to know more, even though I haven't read anything by her yet. So again, gentle reminder to myself to actually pick something up by this author, because now this is the second book I own by her, and that is Jeanette Winterson, and this is called The Passion, and I believe it is a fictional novel set around Napoleon, or maybe characterizing Napoleon. Might be wrong about that, but excited to have more Winterson in my library. Okay, now we're getting to what I would probably call popular reads, or BookTube Made Me Do It, or the public osmosis. Public consciousness osmosis. I think Aaron Facer said that. Just the books that I happen to know about because of channels here, or yeah, anyways. So we're talking about The Elegance of a Hedgehog by Muriel Bradbury. This is a book that I've heard about quite a long time ago. I've heard wonderful things. I think it's about an unlikely friendship, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's one of those books that I keep on hearing good things about, and I wanted to read for myself. I believe this is a translated work. Give me a moment. Yes, it is a translated work, and it's translated from the French by Alison Anderson. Okay, and then the final book that I haven't read, that is definitely one of those pop culture moments, and I can't believe I'm the last person on earth to read this, and that is Circe by Madeline Miller. Saw this when I saw AJ talk about it recently on their channel, AJ Dunn Reads and Writes. I'll leave them linked down below. They liked it, and I was like, I tend to like the same books that AJ likes, and so I picked it up for myself, and it was Circe. And again, I kind of feel like the last person on the planet to read this. But you know, if we're going with summer reading vibes, I've heard great things about this, and I feel like it would go with my summer reading. Okay, and the last book I have read before, and I loved it, and I wanted my own copy, and I found this for $4, and it's in the type of binding that I like. It's in the format that I enjoy, and so that would be The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. I just love this book. I read this earlier with the Up to No Good book club. I'll leave everyone in that group linked down below. I loved it, and I wanted my own copy to revisit, and yeah, I'm so glad to have it. It's gorgeous. It's in a soft cover. It's floppy and very readable and writable. Yes, I take notes in my books sometimes, and just absolutely delighted to have this in my library. And that is it. So tell me, what have you bought recently? Have you read any of the books that I've purchased? Let me know. Yeah, I'm happy to share. My plan is to mail them back to myself in South Carolina with media mail to save money. That's a good trick for the US. Anyhow, now I'm just rambling on, but thank you for being here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.